What is up, y'all? Welcome to my live stream. For y'all that don't know, my name is Kevin Yee. Some people know me as Kevin the Refugee. Other people know me as Kevin Yee the Farm D. For y'all that don't know, I run a blog called refugeehustle.com. And it's basically a personal recorded. Fuck. This internet sucks ass. Man, I can't believe my internet disconnected. But for y'all that don't know, I don't know if you guys heard that whole intro. Basically, I was just telling you subscribe. And if y'all don't know, my name's Kevin Yee the Farm D, aka Kevin the Refugee. I run a website called refugeehustle.com, which just shares real advice to everyday people, share a lot of my experiences and whatnot. And let me play my mother intro, baby. So I hope the sound and all that is working right now. Yeah, guys. Andrew, it looks like Andrew's in the house. I'm just gonna wait for more people to just pop in the chat. It's pretty crazy, dude. So for y'all, for also like another huge jab, I guess. For y'all that don't know, I've been actually trying to do daily streams on my Instagram too. So if you haven't followed my Instagram, we'll follow it down here, baby. So even this morning, man, it was so funny. As I was waiting for my friends to go eat Korean barbecue, I was just streaming like a K-Town parking lot and shit. So it's pretty chill. If y'all don't know, I'm still a little sick, feeling a little under weather. I know it's been like a whole. I don't think going out last night really helped. It was pretty sick. Like, I don't really. Well, I like going out to clubs and shit, but I don't really get to do it that often in LA. Just because my friends are growing up these days, and so like, dude, we're at this place called Work in Hollywood. My homie picked up set up a table, and so we just all went out and shit. It was hella fun. They were playing hip hop. Met an NFL Patriots player. He was mad chill. A lot of cool shit. We got Priscilla in the house. Priscilla Sarpong. Welcome to the stream. Madit. Oh, by the way, for y'all that don't know, Madit actually wrote his first article on Pharmacy Times. Madit, feel free to shameless plug your link below. Yeah. Cranky Apple. Hey, Andrew B says, feel better, Kevin. Thanks, man. Yeah, man. So let me just jump into it. So recently I was actually reading some articles, so for y'all that don't know, my birthday was like last week. Wasn't too long ago. And I was just thinking, like, I was reading one article and it was saying that, life doesn't get easier than now, And I was just thinking about all the life goals I wanted to do. Like, ever since, what's so funny? I have my life goals when I was like, I think in high school, when I was like chronically depressed. I actually kept it. I found it. Well, I'll go through my dad's stuff. But I remember writing goals for the year. It says, become better at Kung Fu. As you can tell, I was really great at setting smart goals. Get straight A's. Finish AZN Industry. It was this website I wanted to do. I don't even know what it was about, but I just wanted to create a website back then. And learn C++. And then there's Java, but I scribbled it out. So pretty funny. But there's a lot of things that I've always wanted to do. And one of the main things I've always wanted to do was actually do like more YouTube and stuff. And I think one of my biggest regrets is not doing it sooner, right? Thanks so much. Will do. Awesome. Yeah, but seeing how YouTube panned out for so many people, I'm just like, damn, I should have started earlier, man. And I should have started like having a stronger idea and stuff like when I first started my channel. Because when I first started my channel, I thought I was going to do pharmacy, all these pharmacy topics all the time. But I'm not going to lie, sometimes after a while, pharmacy gets kind of repetitive. You know, you get the same questions and stuff like that. It's not really mentally stimulating, you know? So, but I just try to show the lifestyle of pharmacy, you know? And I think what I want to do now is like when I do these talking videos and stuff too, I want to really incorporate my the creative side of me, where I want to do skits and shit in between and whatnot. Kind of like Anna style. I really like her content a lot because it's pretty interesting. It's really this is really dope content, you know? It's very entertaining. She talks about a lot of life stuff. I mean, obviously for her, I'm not throwing this at all, like saying she's just a girl, but she's very entertaining and I really like what she promotes and stuff. I like that blend of comedy and like life hippiness, you know? So yeah, sometimes I feel like I'm on like another planet when I start talking about life and shit, but I just feel like it's something that all of us really go through and a lot of us struggle with, but we rarely talk about. Those are nice goals. Get your creative side on. Yeah, so funny, man. That was like my goals back in high school. But I think nowadays, not only is it like create a sustainable business on YouTube, grow out Refugee Hustle and start pumping out like products and stuff, but like really capitalize on life experiences as well, you know? I think one of the biggest insights of my life is actually learning from Joe, like back at the old house. I learned about it a while ago, but it was about Rich Dad Poor Dad and how you can like business expense a lot of things. Like you can create win-win situations where you get to travel the world and go on business meetings and stuff and see the world and shit. It's one of the reasons, like Joe and stuff, they've been on tour. They got to meet so many damn people, and I think that's a great goal, you know. And for someone like me, like I'm not like huge on traveling, but I really love picking the best minds all over the world, you know. I think that's really it's something that's really cool, you know, because say like always learn things from other people. Like even like for me, I'm from Boston. I'm not a huge, like, I love the Patriots and stuff, but I'm not like, I wouldn't consider myself a huge fan. I only like the Patriots because I'm from Boston, you know? And I was talking to one of the linebackers and he was just telling me like his upbringing. He was telling me that he wasn't even into football. I was like, damn, like, how old are you? And he's like, I'm 23. I was like, damn, dude. I was like, so I just started asking him all these questions. What's it like? Do people just name drop you just to use you for their like like as a reputation drop, you know? And it was just very interesting. And I just feel like when you can just meet people and just hear their stories, I think that was a huge part of doing like my initial podcasts and stuff, was just because I think like everyone has their own unique story and has their own superpower story. And by hearing different stories, we realize that our hustle's not alone and we can really learn from other people, you know? So like I thought it was just really dope that we just like kicked it and related. Especially like with a lot of random people in my life. I feel like Nova's story, how she went from a corporate job and wasn't happy with it and then moved on by any means necessary. Like she did webcamming. And even this next one I'm going to drop within next week, it's my friend who went from electrical engineering to life coaching, and I thought that was really dope too. YouTube chat does not allow pasting links, haha. If anyone's interested in reading my first Pharmacy Times article, Google search Mudda Verma. Oh, sorry. Mudda Verma. Madit Verma, Pharmacy Times. Thanks for letting me share, Kevin. How is the job hunt going? The job hunt is going. I haven't really heard back, but I'm not really intense with it right now. I probably send about 1 or 2 jobs a day. If I was really, really, really serious about looking for a job right now, I would probably be really networking with people too. But I'm just going through the front door. I don't know. There's just this like feeling of like I just want to go back to pharmacy a little bit, but I also want to make sure that my ducks are in place before I go back into pharmacy. And it really like making that decision was actually really hard for me because like every single second I feel like I'm not working. I feel like I'm getting slower, like more and more behind. But I just feel like there's no better. There's life does not get easier. Things only get harder. Like my mom is getting older. Like I'm gonna have to have kids one day, maybe within the next 5 to 10 years. And like things just simply don't get easier for you as you get older. And so like if I really want a business, if I really want certain things, I just have to really put in the work, and just realize that it's going to get harder. I mean, fact of life, things like me and Madit were talking earlier, like on Messenger and shit. And we're just talking about how he was just telling me how like, certain things like, you start noticing the aches and pains of getting older. Actually, this might have been on YouTube, but yeah, even getting more fit and stuff doesn't get any easier, man. You're always aging. And so I think it's really important to just really consistently work on stuff that you love. And for me, I think if I am to go back to pharmacy, I don't want to just do another pharmacy job and all that sort of stuff. I want something that will add me life experiences, something that I'll really sort of enjoy for now. So, yeah. Alex Draw says, "Hey, Kevin. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up?" It's funny today. I didn't even feel like live streaming at all as well. I don't know. It's just like I'm just in a very tired state. And I've been in a pretty tired state for a while now. But it's been kind of rough, to be honest with you. And plus here's another thing. I don't know why my stream keeps on cutting in and out. It goes from red to green and shit. It's really fucking annoying, dude. Oh my god. Is it like buffering and shit too? Let me close some windows. And let me ask you guys, what did you think about my vlogs this weekend? I thought it was pretty, well, I only released one vlog. I'm going to release another vlog in a bit, but I hope you guys enjoy the vlogs and stuff. Just because it's been a while since I actually done a vlog and stuff, and I just thought I just think it's really important to just celebrate life too, where I just like show my daily life as well. And out of all the times I decided not to vlog yesterday when I met the Patriots player. I was like, fuck. It's hella funny. But yeah, man. Pretty sick, dude. What else was I thinking about? Looks like people are like dropping in and out of this. This is ridiculous. Holy shit. Yeah, man. As for other things I want to do, I think some of the other things I want to do is like eventually I want to have a I don't know, I always had this dream of like having a bunch of pharmacists or a bunch of people where we could collaborate together and just give back to the community. I'm not a huge community service person, ironically, right? But I definitely really give, like, I'm really big into giving back to youth and stuff. And I don't know, there's something about kids where they're so innocent, and I feel like they, like, the hope, like, all the problems that we have right now can't really be solved by the older generation, because they're stuck in a certain mindset. I really feel like we have to cultivate our youth in order to grow as a equal. I was really moved by the vlog about turning 30. it really made me think. That's awesome, dude. You know, it's so funny. I wasn't even planning a vlog that day, but you know, as soon as I woke up, I was just like, yo, I need to do this. I need to do something like for my birthday. Just, it doesn't have to be huge. It doesn't have to be even going out, but it just has to be like, hey, you know, like I just need to do something for myself and just share my experience of being 30, you know? It's so crazy. I can't even believe I'm like 30 years old, you know? And it makes me sound like a fucking dinosaur, but yeah, man, it's great. People say like getting older kind of sucks. It's not fun getting old, but I have to disagree, dude. I think it's all in your mindset. If you feel like you're old and you feel like you're a dinosaur, then you're just gonna, that's like when you die, dude. I feel like when you stop believing in your dreams and when you stop believing in your goals and that you have the physical capability to do something, then that's when you die as a human. That's when your inner, I don't know, I don't want to say inner spirit, but you know, that's when your hustle, your fire is like put out. And I'm not gonna lie, I've had a lot of those moments recently where I just really questioned can I do certain things and stuff. But as I interview more and more people and talk to more and more people, I realize that, you know, like no matter what your path in life, you can always reinvent yourself over and over again. You know, it brings a lot of what's that called? Hope for me, you know, and hope for other people as well. Oh, quick thing. I actually have an interview with another pharmacy resident tomorrow. If you have any questions about what to expect in a pharmacy residency or anything in a pharmacy residency, please leave in the comments so I can ask her and shit tomorrow. Should be really fun. Yeah, man. I don't know. There's something cool about doing interviews and podcasts where like it gives me a chance to network with different people in the industry. It also like it's fun. I just really enjoy talking half the time. I mean, if I didn't enjoy talking, I don't think I would be doing YouTube or anything like that, you know? Anywhere but here says, hey, thanks for tuning into my YouTube stream and this morning stream. Appreciate it, man. But yeah, I just feel like it's really cool, and I feel like I just meet just genuinely interesting people and just showcase them through as I meet them, you know? Let's see, 18 minutes into the stream, and I don't really know what I want to talk about today. This is like really weird. You know, one of the things I really struggle with too is actually figuring out what I really want to talk about on my stream. And most of the times I just let it flow and just try to see how the conversation goes. And just see how the conversation goes. Like a lot of the time, like depending how many people are on my stream, like that's how I get the content and stuff. Oh my god, I needed a tissue. Hold on. And you know what's pretty funny? I've actually been thinking about doing games with my friends too on this channel too, like just for fun too, you know. I think it's really important to show like I don't know. I stole this from my brother. I still have Chris, if you're watching this, I have your game, by the way. But I was just thinking about doing different games on my channel too and stuff like that. Become a Smosh Games channel. No. But it's just like cool, like just the interaction, the banter between people. It's really dope, you know? Would you consider yourself a morning person or not? I think when I was a lot younger, I definitely was not a morning person. I used to wake up at 2 or 3 p.m. every single day. I used to wake up really groggy. I used to never find time for the gym too, even though I knew that going to the gym, being healthy is very important. But you know, like it was just very hard for me. And I think it was hard because it was such a hard cycle, you know, like I was just so used to sleeping late. I was every every Friday, Saturday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, I would always go out, you know, and you stay out. It's easy to stay out all the way up to 5 o'clock sometimes. Like yesterday, I stayed out until like 4:30, dude. It was like ridiculous, man. I can't believe I stayed out that late. But it's easy to do that when you go out. And so I was doing that 3 times of the week. And so when you start building those habits, it makes it a lot harder to wake up. And I feel like you can train yourself to wake up early. Like for a while, I was waking up at 4 o'clock every single day. Right now, I'm trying to get back in that habit. It's kind of hard, but just because I don't know, I just feel like no matter how much sleep I get, it's just never enough, you know. So yeah, but I just feel like if it's just like anything, it's just like a habit, a routine that you just need to build up, you know. So I have this problem. Peter Hyun says, I have this problem. My parents are poor and they're constantly asking me for stuff. I buy them so many things that I have nothing left for myself. I pay the bills, rent, food, gas, and I end up having nothing left for myself. How do you feel about this situation? Dude, I think it's hard. It's hard to set boundaries for yourself. I think a lot of us, especially, I don't know what you do. Maybe you're a pharmacist and stuff like us, but I noticed a trend with a lot of Asian people in general where we're just so giving to others, you know, and we never leave anything for ourselves. And there's a part where we need to we want to take care of our parents, but we can't just keep on continuing that cycle, because how does it go about? You're spending all your money on your parents, you know, and if you don't take care of yourself, you're gonna have to rely on your own kids or something else, you know. I'm not saying don't support your parents. If it's really important to you, make sure you do it. But how can you create win-win situations? You know, I'm not sure if you're living with your parents right now. That might be a little easier. are are your parents having why are they poor? Is it because they don't have a really good job? Are they hardworking? Are they not hardworking? Stuff like that. But it's important to realize that you can't let certain people, even your own family, drag you down sometimes, you know. It's important to give to yourself. You know, rich dad, poor dad, they always say pay yourself first, you know, and I think that's very important. And it's important to also have a candid conversation with your parents, you know. Your parents might not understand, just because sometimes this is what I notice with my family, right? My family isn't dumb, right? No one in my family is dumb, but a lot of them are just uneducated, and they don't really think the same way as I do and stuff like that. And it can be very frustrating sometimes, but still, it's very important to just talk about what you're feeling, what you're going through, and put a very fine line, you know, hey, I want to help you, but this is all I can afford, and I can't sacrifice my future. I can't do this, you know, anymore. And if they don't, if they think you're an asshole, I mean, it is what it is. You just really gotta take care of yourself too, you know. I think your parents would understand though, because at the end of the day, most of them probably most parents, they understand, they love you, you know. But sometimes we just don't set proper communication. It's like any relationship, even dating, a girlfriend stuff, or just a regular friend. If somebody's pissing you off, rather than just yell at them and cut them off and make a huge scene, just have a candid conversation. Be like, hey, dude, this has been bothering me, you know. And I know with Asian parents it's a little difficult, you know, because they're not in the same mindset. But you know, try your best, dude. Do you face analysis paralysis? Oh, do I go through analysis paralysis? Yeah, all the time, dude. I feel like I'm one of those people that those classic people that, you know, like I know a lot. I learn a lot. You can tell from my bookshelf. I have like books all the way up here to down here. I can talk to people about various subjects, right? But when it comes to action, that's where I struggle. And that's why I like this time when everything happened all at once, I was like, this is part about being a man is that, or an adult, is that you can't just like consume. You have to take action in life. You know, you can think like action is basically when you like internalize all those concepts, things that you learn, and it makes it memorable for you. Like I think like being a great example is actually pharmacy school. Like you can spend all your time learning about, I don't know, like cardio or whatever like subject, right? But until you actually go and practice, you'll never be good at it. It's hard. And I think one of the things that you can do is just take action as soon as you can. And the easier, and I think like I'm really a huge believer in momentum. So you accomplish one thing and then you accomplish another, and that kind of builds the success train, you know? So I do face it a lot and it's hard. I still find myself like catching myself. I'm just like, I need to learn more about X. But like I said, I think first problem is just being very aware of like your patterns and what you're doing or not doing, you know, and just going from there. And I think also another thing is just having like a support system. So being like, hey, dude, I have trouble with doing X, Y, and Z. That's what where accountability groups happen. And you don't need to like pay for an accountability group. Maybe find a group of friends who are like, hey, I'm fat. I want to like we all want to lose weight. How about we check in with each other once a week and we just see where we're at, you know, and the promises that we have to stay honest with each other no matter how bad we like how many workouts we missed or whatever, but like really try and build a support system with that. uh Wholesome CX says, hi there, your mic is making a static noise, plug it in all the way. Let's see. Oh, that sucks, dude. Hold on. That's weird. I can't believe my mic is making a static noise. Let me check my audio. How does it sound? How does it sound now? Is it better or worse? I have a lot of books too. Your shirt is nice. Thanks. Yeah, you know what's funny? I actually created some merch for my channel too. So I haven't launched it yet, but if there's anybody that does like graphic design and stuff, I would love to talk to you and stuff. Just because I have a lot of ideas for merch line and stuff, and it's not gonna be like fucking Logan Paul's like Mavericks and shit. You know, like I'm not trying to do that hype shit, but I want to create stuff that actually really gives back to the world, and I'll tell you guys more about it. But there's a few ideas I have. Um, it's echoing. Fuck. Hold on. Sunflower. Dude, this sucks. I don't know why it's echoing. Oh fuck. Okay. Let me reset it. Hold on. Okay. How does it sound now? Is it better? Worse? I hopefully it's better. Kevin, what are your loans at right now, if you don't mind me asking? How much do you have left to pay off? I'm considering pharmacy school, but watching your videos scared me off. I have about 80K left. But my investments surpassed it maybe a few years ago. So, sup, Kev? Is that going? It got worse. Might be my speakers though. Do you keep tabs on relationships, transaction wise? Like, if you pay a friend for X, do you expect it to come back in return, or are you the type of person who gives and don't ask for anything in return? I think that's a thing. Like, that's part of having a good relationship, is like not really keeping track of certain things. If you give, just give unconditionally. Don't expect shit back from people. I think it's maybe manipulative is the wrong word, but when we give like that, why not just say, like, if we're expecting something back, why don't we just make it a transaction? But when you give from your heart, just give. Don't expect anything back. I think that makes for a better relationship. If you notice that there's a person who just takes all the time, mention it sometimes, if it really bothers you. But it shouldn't. It should be giving out the goodness of your heart and shit, Still echoing. Fuck, bitch. But but that's part of unconditional giving. And if you read, let me find the book. Oh man, I can't find it. I have so many fucking books, I can't even find it. I was gonna say, if you read No More Mr. Nice Guy, that is a good book for about unconditional giving and stuff. So it's a really good book. Life is good after college. How are you paying your student loans after quitting pharmacy? Savings. That's it. It's just savings, and hopefully I can just ride out the storm. I mean, worst case scenario, I'll have to sell my investments, to pay off those student loans. Something I don't really want to do, but hey, I gave myself a certain deadline too. Like, if I don't finish my product by a certain time, if I don't hit these benchmarks, then I just go back to pharmacy. It's not the end of the world. Kevin, how are your mom and brother doing? My mom and brother are, I believe, okay. I tried calling my mom yesterday, but she's busy, so I'm going to see him soon, too. It's like my brother's graduation within the next month or so it shouldn't be too bad. If it's okay, I ask. Just want to see how they are. Still echoing. This is a bro question. How often should a guy get laid? As a guy, I think one time per 3 months minimum to renew your bro/man card. Again, this is a bro question. Feel free not to answer. Dude, I don't think we have to. There's a set number. I think part of being a man is doing shit when you want to. So if you want to get laid once every 3 months, that's fine. If you want to get laid every single day, that's cool too. There's no like right or wrong answer, dude. And if you're testing your manhood against like how many times you get laid versus like your friends, like, doesn't matter. Now there's a difference. Like, if you're trying to get laid, but you just, no matter what you do, you can't. And I would probably recommend doing like a boot camp or something, man. I think doing a drastic change is probably one of the easiest ways to change any sort of habit, because chances are it goes probably a lot deeper than just the tactics that you use, like, oh, how do I approach a set, blah blah blah. Like, I mean, that's pickup artist shit. You can read books and stuff, they're really great. I actually think they're a great way to start off, read some pickup artist books, watch some YouTube channels about pickup. I think simple pickup is actually really great for that. But in general, like, I think like getting laid isn't that hard, and I think you like also sleeping around. You should be very careful too, because I know a lot of people who've knocked up their baby mamas and shit, and have to pay child support. So it's difficult. Do you use a financial planner, or do you do everything myself? I do everything myself. Is what my plan is to make my first million, and then use a financial planner from there on. But it depends, like if I start pulling a lot more income, especially like after I launch my business and stuff, or like start doing products on my like with my business, then of course maybe I'll get one. I think a CPA is probably more useful in my like right now, but I don't think financial planning is like I think for most people they don't really need a financial planner unless their estate is over $1 million, unless they have a complicated situation where they have like some sort of real estate and all that sort of stuff. But most people, default planning is like fine. How would you cut ties with someone if all they do is take from you? Um, Dude, I think it's just be honest. Like, so I told the story maybe a while ago, and one of my friends like she wanted back like almost a year ago, she wanted me to do a video like inf- commercial for her. I don't know, like for her like brand and stuff. So I was the friend that fucking Mr. Nice Guy, and I said yes, but when I should have said no, I fucked up there. But when like she started asking for more and more and more, I was like, I can't get it by this deadline. And that's when we had a falling out. And I think it's very important to just be like, hey, if you want it by this time, I can't do it, and set boundaries. If they still keep on pushing, then just be like, hey, I can't do it for you. And having that conversation, like those difficult conversations, they suck. I'm not gonna lie, it really sucks having difficult conversations in life, but they're so necessary for growing to become an adult. All the people I know who avoid conflict, avoid difficult conversations, they never grow. They just stay stuck or stagnant, and it's really important to really challenge yourself. And now, like with that girl, I was just like, hey, honestly, I think this is really unfair because I'm doing this for free, and I just feel like you're taking advantage of me. You know, she didn't agree, and I was like, fine, let's not work together. And then she's like, fine, let's just not be friends. And I was like, I don't think we need to go that far, but okay, whatever. If you really feel that way, then I don't want someone who manipulates me like that. And that was the end of that. And it kind of sucks, but you have to realize, like everything, like I don't know, I don't want to say the universe and shit, but I'll use it as an example. Like things usually pan out the way they're supposed to, you know? Meaning like if you guys were really shitty friends when you have difficult if you guys were like kind of had a shaky relationship before, it just gets further amplified with difficult conversations. And so that happens with like work or any sort of thing. It just brings it closer to what you guys were. Now, like even some of my friends, I'm not perfect. I have like difficult discussions with some people, some of my friends and shit. But I mean, it doesn't mean that we actually got closer after, like we got to understand each other better. So, I'm so happy I made it. It's like 2 a.m. here. Faro, where are you watching from? Andre says, I'm late, so late, but have you ever lived with a girlfriend, Kev? If so, what was your experience like? I want to move in with my hubby and want to know a good guy's point of view. I've lived with a girlfriend. Not like, you know what? I've lived with a girlfriend, but it wasn't like full time. So I might not be the best person to ask, but like it's definitely difficult. Like at times you have to respect each other's boundaries. I haven't done it recently, so I'm probably a horrible person to ask. Well, one, because I haven't had a girlfriend recently, so Um, Wholesome CX says, Kev, I'm about to grab food. I just want to let to know that I love you and you deserve the world. If so for some reason you ended up with negative equity, I let you stay with me free of charge / rent. I'll be back after I get food. Oh, that's very sweet of you. I appreciate that. Um, yeah, dude. Like it's like things like that where I just realize that I'm so lucky to have like you guys, and I probably never take you up on that offer to be completely honest. But it's really nice knowing that people are willing to just give from the bottom of the heart like that, and I appreciate that. Farah is from England. Hey, yo, Kev. I know you take jujitsu and Muay Thai. I haven't started Muay Thai by the way yet. I'm going to. For Muay Thai, I want to build up my cardio first, so I've been doing a lot of hill sprints and shit like that. You know. But anyways, I've been thinking about taking up boxing or Muay Thai. I was wondering how you got started. How long did it take before you got the hang of it? So I'll talk from jujitsu because I'm probably more competent in jujitsu than I am striking. Yeah, but I think how long did it take before you got the hang of it? It took me a long ass time, dude. Partly because I wasn't like super gung ho into it. How I got into jujitsu was like I used to play a lot of sticky hands with people, right? And then when I like got really into sticky hands, I was looking for ways to sneak in throws and stuff like that. And so it was almost like no-gi judo. And then one day I was just like sticky handing and stuff with a jujitsu person, and then he shot for a takedown. He got the shot, brought me down, fucking submitted me. I was like, fuck. So that's how I got into jujitsu. But to answer your question, I felt like I wasn't really competent. I'm still probably not super competent, right? But I felt like I didn't feel very confident until maybe half a year to a year into it, where I noticed that newbies would come in and I would just totally dominate them. It's so crazy. Even though you're like, if you're a white belt, you can handle yourself against a lot of different people. And so it's just that's how it happened. Like for me, there was no one moment where it just snapped and like I just knew all these moves all of a sudden and shit. But what happened was that I just all of a sudden I just like I just started chaining moves together and stuff like that, or I started like instinctually like keeping my hips low and like when I'm in side control and like making sure like closing up on the space, stuff like that, like you just start getting better and better and better. And it's just a day by day thing. It's just like lifting, honestly. Like I feel like lifting, it's something you don't wake up next day like deadlifting like over 500 pounds. It's a process. Which, by the way, my lifts have been going up since I stopped doing jujitsu for a while. But I'm actually headed back, coming near the end of this like sickness type of thing. So it's pretty cool. My biggest recommendation for jujitsu: just get started, man. It just doesn't matter. Like if you switch schools later, it doesn't matter. It'll carry over, dude. I wish I prioritized jujitsu during pharmacy school more. I used to do it, but I used to do it so far away. I needed a better system. Should have just done it where I was living. And yeah. What are my favorite podcasts? I don't listen to a lot of podcasts. Tony might be a little sad, but the only major podcast I listen to is actually on YouTube. I listen to the Refugee Hustle podcast. No, I can't stand my own voice and watching my own videos sometimes. But one video, like I always watch Joe Rogan. I feel like the guests that he has on are very interesting, and I learn a lot. Like a lot of time, I'll know the guests already before they go on, and I just feel like they provide an interesting take on life and their own perspective. I might not agree with every single guest, right? But I just feel like Joe does a really great job at probing. some people like Tim Ferriss podcast. I used to listen to a lot of Tim Ferriss, but I like Joe Rogan more because it's more like a conversation type of thing. To me, that's more real, and maybe that's why I do the videos that I do. I usually like going into a podcast. When I do it, I have no set agenda. I usually don't really know what I'm going to be talking about, but I just have a gist, like the small things about the story. And I think it's better that way because it comes out more natural because you're naturally curious about them, you know? When you do a podcast, it's not really about yourself so much versus understanding the other person. It's a give and take. It's just like, hey, I learned a little bit about you, then me, then you, then me. And I think that's like one of the reasons why I like Joe Rogan because like for a podcast like podcast host, he talks a lot, but I get to learn a lot more about Joe Rogan too, and I appreciate his insight. So I think his podcast is actually really dope. I also listen to this channel called Lag TV. I've been following them back during like the pharmacy school days where I would watch StarCraft 2 all the time. This was back when Husky was really big. This was back when HD StarCraft was really big. Who else was really big? Lag TV was huge. And for y'all that don't know, Lag TV has always been one of my favorite channels just because it's kind of like nerdy humor, which is like what I am. I feel like I'm a huge nerd sometimes, and I just feel like they add this interesting, unique perspective on everyday issues and cover really funny stories. Yeah. So those are some of the podcasts I listen to. Jocko podcast is all right. I like Jocko as a guest, but I don't think he's like a really great podcaster. Maybe not. I don't know. To be honest, I haven't given that much I'll listen to. But yeah, I'm like really into Joe Rogan and stuff. Probably because we have so many different so many interests that are very similar to like I'm into lifting, I'm into fitness, I'm into keto, I'm into jujitsu and MMA and all that sort of stuff. I'm like really into a lot of that stuff. And I think he is like a very, I don't want to say spiritual, but he's very like into alternative therapy and stuff like stem cells, like not crypto, cryotherapy, and like the think tanks and shit. I want to do, speaking about think tanks, I actually want to do one, and maybe I'll do like a vlog someday, especially when I start pulling cash flow and shit. What are your opinions on useless degrees in college? Is a liberal arts degree a complete waste of time, or does it depend? Okay, so I'll tell you this. A lot of people will say college is a waste of time. And I say, this is my take on it. It can definitely be a waste of time and waste of money. But before you even ask that question, you have to really reverse engineer everything, right? So really ask yourself, like, hey, what do I want to be? What do I want to do? Okay, so maybe I want to be a pharmacist, or I want to be affiliate marketer, right? Okay, you find your dream job, and then you reverse engineer it. So what do I need to become a pharmacist? Okay, I need to go pharmacy school. Like, why? Well, because all the licensure, all the accreditation, all that sort of stuff is based off of going to pharmacy school. There's no way around it, right? Legally, like, you can't become a pharmacist without going to school, right? Okay, cool. So that's all set. All right. So that in that case, it might be worth it if it's your dream job, like to go to pharmacy school, then do it. Okay. So let's take another career, like I don't know, like what is Matt selling right now? Digital marketing? Digital marketing, okay? Digital marketing. Like, do I need to go to school? Well, I don't know. Let me find out. Find people that went to school and didn't go to school. and try to carve out your path like that. You know what I mean? Like, what's the inherent value of school? And some people say, oh, it's the college experience and all that. Don't get me wrong, I love the college. I love my college experience. Like, it sucks studying all the time, but I met really dope ass people in college, right? But that has nothing to do with your career. And like, how you can test it is like talking, like doing cold calls, maybe like reach out for coffee meetings or something with other people, and just seeing, hey, what's your recommendation? What would you do if you're in my shoes? And I think sometimes we just get it twisted, because you hear people that end up in a totally different field and don't even use their degree, so it's a total waste, right? So if you can avoid school, by means, like, avoid it, dude. I don't believe in just jumping into a career just because everybody else says. I don't believe in just going to school just because everyone says it. I mean, that's one of the reasons why so many people default on their loans and shit. You know. What's your favorite porn? Says Peter. Hyun. Obviously Nova Patra. No, I'm just kidding. I think my favorite porn is definitely like, I don't like that freaking step, dude. I've been seeing this like stepsister like trending shit. Oh man, that's weird, dude. I can't do that. Probably like basic bitch shit. Like, I like public stuff a lot. I like Asian. I like oral. That sort of stuff. It's basic stuff. I'm not into like BDSM. I'm not into like pegging or any of that weird shit. But yeah. What do you think about army pharmacy? I think it's great. Especially if you want to serve your country and get your tuition paid for. It's a great option, dude. Yo, I always have mad respect for people that actually sacrifice and give back to the country. I think it's very noble, because sometimes, like, you don't want to always chase. Like, I think it's giving a few years of service to back to this country is the most noble thing you can do, man. Jacob Medina says, "What up, man?" Seton says, "Ew, porn. That's so nasty." But like, so I was actually recently talking to someone, and we were talking about porn, and like, I think a lot of people, especially women, like, I feel like sometimes they gotta pretend that they don't watch porn when, like, everybody does watch porn. Majority of people watch porn, and I don't think there's anything wrong with it, and I don't think we should like sex shame like people for doing that shit. If I ever got teased for watching porn back in the day, I would just call them out on it and be like, yo, you probably fucking watch porn too, man. Fuck that. But I have to say, like, I don't know, porn, like, recently, it's not the same. Like, it's not the same as it was in like 2009. After Tia Tanaka's run and stuff, like, that generation, like, porn changed, man. And I honestly prefer amateur type of stuff more, because like overproduced fake stuff I don't really like. I don't really like the whole fake tits, like ginormous fake tits type of stuff. Like, I don't really like that stuff, man. I like authentic, like, or authentic, like, amateur stuff. Thanks, bro. Going to basic on April 3rd. Currently a P3, holding my school on hold. Bless you, bro. Thanks, man. Yo, like, I'm dead serious. Like, dude, I've had real serious talks with people. And I remember this one girl, like, she was my friend's sister, my close friend's sister, right? And she couldn't afford school. And she enlisted in the army, not as a pharmacist, but she was thinking about pharmacy. But I actually convinced her to do PA instead. And well, I didn't convince her. She decided on herself, and I encouraged her. But like, dude, like, if you can't afford school, like, that is the refugee hustle right there. By any means, if you have a dream in mind, like, you just shoot for it. You just go for it. By any means, man. I think that's a really important concept to really have, you know? And that's why I like, and I'll tell you this, my family did the same shit. Like, my family, we didn't really have that much money. Like, on my dad's side, we didn't really have that much money when we came to America. So my grandfather enlisted in the army and shit. His brother, like, also enlisted. World War II, was fighting against Italy. Fucking got shot in the, like, I don't know. My mom, the way my mom says it, she says he got shot in the dick. I was like, or she says he got shot so he couldn't pee, but he also couldn't have children too. So I'm guessing he got shot in the dick. And yeah, man, it was really sad. But my family made like huge sacrifices coming here, and it wasn't easy, man. So that's why I'm just saying, like, yo, I respect people who are always in the military. Like, they are some of the most strongest minded people I've met. I listen to people like David Goggins or Jocko Willink, and I really respect their mental grind and stuff, you know, because those are SEALs. Like SEALs are tough, are pretty tough people. And not only SEALs, like anyone who goes through that sort of training, like, has a really tough mindset. Not everyone, maybe, but majority of you can't make it. They teach you they teach you all that sort of stuff. And even my boy Rambo, he's like in the army and stuff, and he talks me out of some really dark times sometimes, and really helps me out too. So that's why I have so much respect. This answer's probably obvious, but is pursuing a career for the money a bad idea? I'm just thinking about doing software development, but then I realized that I was just thinking about the money when deciding. Yeah, it probably is. Just because, well, here's the thing, right? If you just do something for money, two things that might happen. You might find something that you love about it, or it might go the other route where you just fucking hate it. You don't want to do it. You just want to quit. And there's a problem with that, because that means it's probably not going to be sustainable. You're risking a lot of money just for a system that is not sustainable. Sure, like, maybe you stick with it 5 years, right? And then you quit. What else are you going to do? You know what I mean? So, like, I just feel like, why go through all that bullshit? Why even deal with debt? Just find something that you truly love and that's profitable, and something where it really adds value into the community. You know, that is like, dude, I was watching Matt's like Rich Friends Poor Friends video, and one of the first videos, I didn't watch this one in particular, but he was saying how rich people don't really think about the money first, you know? So I think that's important. It's an important thing to realize that, you know, don't chase the money. It's never worth it. Bowling balls and pillowcases, lol. That fucking Full Metal Jacket shit. Alright. Man, I can't believe it. This is awesome. Like, it's not a huge turnout today. In the past, I probably had more people, but I have about a solid 12 people. By the way, for you guys that are following me too, if you want to follow me on my Instagram too, I do daily streams like this all the time. Usually for about 10 minutes, but every morning I'm going to try to be waking up so you can wake up with me. So follow me right here, baby. I think that is it. I gotta get working again. But it was just nice chilling with you for the last hour, man. And I honestly had no idea what I want to talk about, but it was basically a huge rambling and shit. As always, subscribe my email list too, because I send a lot of personal type of stuff, updates with everything going on in my life, and useful links, I think, that will help you out with your hustle. Anyways, guys, I will see you guys later. Oh, Choi Pak says, you're still sick. Oh no. A little bit, yeah. Like I said, I think a lot of it had to do with going out last night, and I don't know, I might go out one more time tonight because my friend's leaving. But yeah, guys. Anyways, thank you guys for tuning in to my stream. I will see you guys much later. And honestly, have a great week, guys. Love you guys. Take care. Peace,